All right, everybody, welcome back. So, I don't know. I was deciding whether or not to put this on my channel. It's a ridiculous knife. It really is. I forget where I got this thing, but I've been moving it around, trying not to, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on it. So let's talk blades, everybody. That's what we're into. Schrade. Schrade knives. You guys know, I don't know if you guys know about Schrade, but they are decent knives. If you're looking for something that's a little above your cheap alternative knife, then Schrade is the way to go. At least in my opinion, anyways. They have some good things, and they also have some trash things. I love some of their commercials and their little advertisements that they have. As far as in the knife world, anyways, if it's something a little outlandish, they're the ones to try and make it, I don't know, usable in a way. And what I mean by outlandish is this is one of those knives. It's just a brick. So let's get into it. This is the Schrade. I don't even know how else to call it. It is the Schrade, and then the model numbers right here. The SCH302S. What's interesting about this is not just how heavy it is, but it's meant for heavy use. So weight aside, it is meant for heavy use. It's only tipped down. You can only carry it one way. Another thing that's interesting is that it has this G10 backspacer right here. So that's interestingly neat. And what's also neat is that the handle and the blade is both coated in some kind of titanium. I don't know if it's titanium paint or if it's like a special kind of coating. I'm not entirely sure. But the blade steel on this is 9CR18 MOV. Yeah. So it's not the best steel. It's obviously kind of in my opinion, kind of a cheap steel. Anything that's 8CR and 9CR, 13 or 18 MOV, those are kind of lesser steels. At least to me, anyways. I find that you can dull the knives a little bit quicker that way. They're not bad steels. They're just not great steels, in my opinion. So we'll get into the weight of this thing. So you guys have a good idea. This comes in at a whopping 10.3. It's moving. 10.35 ounces. This is way over my range of anywhere between 5 ounces. This is double that. It's like you're carrying two knives. Maybe even three. Because there are some knives that are under 4 ounces or, you know. Did I just say -2? Okay, let's try that again. I think this thing is just that heavy. 10.38 ounces. Okay, so not 3.5. Yeah, this thing is just really heavy. This is a very, very heavy knife. So this is basically double, nay, triple the knife. What I do like about this, though, is that it stands out. There is one on Amazon that's very similar to this. It does not have the half serrations on it. And it doesn't have the squared texturing that you see on this handle scale right here. It's just matte finish with no serrations and a Tonto tip. So it's very much the same. The details on this knife are kind of vague, at least to me. When I purchased this, I was hoping it to be a tactical knife that I can actually use. I hated carrying this thing because it was so damn heavy. And that was one of the things that really disappointed me. I really, really wanted to like this knife. It has a lot of interesting ergos to it, though. It's kind of got that like a hook handle type feel, so it locks in place. And the jimping on here is pretty aggressive, and the jimping here and here is also very aggressive. I don't know what kind of washers it runs on. Someone told me that it was Teflon washers because of how cheap the knife is. This knife I think is under 30 bucks. Around 30 bucks. When I paid for it, I think it was 40. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure when I bought it, but I'm pretty sure it was around about 40 bucks. So, and I can't really tell. And it's kind of funny. I don't really talk about my washers too much about, because if it's smooth, it's smooth. But I'm pretty sure that I was told that they were Teflon. And they do look like they're Teflon washers. Now that I see it, I can see the white. So they could just be regular plastic washers for all I know. But I'm not going to bust my knife open just to find out. That'd be ridiculous. I'm sure it'd be easy to put back together. Everything's big on this thing, and the screws seem to be pretty sturdy enough. It has an over-travel stop on the frame lock, which I always find great. When there's a frame lock knife, my main concern is to make sure that the frame lock operates how it's supposed to. So having that overstop right there is great. I like that, which means you cannot pull this any farther than where it's supposed to be. So that's good. Do I like frame lock? It kind of depends on the knife, to be honest with you. Not all frame locks are great on knives. I can tell you that sometimes it could be the make or break situation that can literally make the knife good or trash. One moment. Sorry about that. It was just getting a little noisy out there. Been a lot of noise this day. Anyways, Schrade, good company. If you guys are familiar with Schrade knives, then you guys will know for certain that they make some affordable knives and other things. They make machetes and stuff like that. So if you guys are wanting something that doesn't break the bank, Schrade is one of the companies that I actually recommend. That is Lockstick. I cannot unlock that. Oh, God. What did I do? So, and I don't want to use this thumb because I'm still healing. There's a little cut right there. Ah, there we go. That's the first time that's ever happened. I've never had that happen with this knife. I never had Lockstick on this knife before until now. That's really odd. But anyways, really, really big, really, really heavy knife. We're going to go ahead and get into the length on it so you guys have a good idea of how long it is. If you like heavy-ass knives, then maybe this one might appeal to you. With a 3.5 inch, I want to say 3 1/8 inch cutting edge. I want to say about 3-inch cutting edge. With a reach of 3.5 inches. Blade, overall 8.5 inches. I'm trying to get that one little part right there. 8.5 inches. So the handle itself is about 5 inches. If that doesn't bother you, this this thing's so heavy. It's built like a brick. I think this knife kind of reminds me of a Zero Tolerance, and I love Zero Tolerance. I think their knives are great. They're a little bit pricey, but they're made here in America, and they're just top notch. They're built to withstand a beating, as are cold steel knives. But this Schrade in particular is a very interesting one. So it's big and it weighs 2 to 3 times. It's like you're carrying 2 to 3 knives in your pocket when you're carrying this bad boy right here. They do sell it on Amazon if you're interested in it. Like I said, I have medium-sized hands, so this fits very well in my hand. It's heavy. It's really heavy, and it's going to be heavy in the pocket. Doesn't matter if you're wearing jeans, it's going to weigh down your pants. It is. I guarantee it. And if that doesn't bother you, another blade stick. Lock stick, excuse me. Then this might work for you. The only thing that bothers me about this, well, only things was the first being the weight. The second is being the pocket clip. You cannot interchange this pocket clip no matter what. It stays in one spot. So, if that doesn't bother you, which this bothers me greatly, because I normally carry my knives tip up in this configuration. So this would be swapped around to this up here. This knife doesn't really have, I mean, there's adequate texturing on here for grip, so that's nice, but it's not overly grippy and it's not overly slippery, so it's kind of in the middle. And for being a nice, heavy, sturdy knife, I don't think you really have to worry about it. If you drop this thing on your foot, you will feel it. I'm going to tell you right now. For being 10, over 10 ounces, this thing is, yeah. It's beefy, chunky. I mean, look at the blade stock on that thing. So let's go ahead and get into the width, shall we? You're looking at a 14.3 on the handle and a 4.4 on the blade. So I guess the blade's not too bad, but it's still pretty damn thick. I mean, that blade stock is gargantuan. So, I don't know if it's your cup of tea. Like I said, I've been moving it around in my collection, trying to avoid a review on it, but I was like, you know what? It's annoying me too much. I'd rather do a review on it. It disappointed me when I got it in the mail. It moves everything. You see that? That's how heavy this damn knife is. I was disappointed in it when I got it, and I got it years and years ago, so I was really excited. I was like, man, this is going to be nice and big. It's going to be chunky. It's going to be great. It's going to be a nice EDC. It was weighing down my pants so bad to where I literally felt the belt line kind of sag. That's how heavy this knife is. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to buy something like this, or if you want to buy this knife in particular. Like I said, they're selling one on Amazon, and it's very affordable. Big, heavy paperweight that you can cut with. But yeah, so I figured I'd get it out of the way. Schrade, they're pretty decent with all the other knives that they come out with. So within these trying times, please be safe out there. It's one of those things that I keep trying to tell people, and just be kind, be safe, carry responsibly, please. Slash that like button, stab that subscribe, and I have more content for you guys. I think I got like a Chinese knife I want to feature on this channel that I've been kind of moving around, shifting around in my collection as well. So stay tuned for that. I love you all.